Woke up this morning with a beer and a plan. Had a sudden thought I couldn't understand. Called up my friend, said, dude, I got a spark. Let's do a podcast and leave a digital mark. We might get serious, we might get really weird. We'll talk about the things you always wanted but always feared. So hit that subscribe button, buckle up and prepare for chaos and connections that we're happy to share. Yeah, the mic is hot, the clock is running fast. We're diving headfirst into something built to last. We're not experts, no, we're not professors, sorry, but we're pretty sure we got a compelling story. Oh, this seemed like a good idea. That's what we said when we got started right here. Scott and Nick are on the air, so bring your doubts and cheers. We're just two guys with microphones and absolutely zero fears. It seemed like a good idea. Yeah!
I mean,
did you cut off the smallest piece you could?
no, they're similar-ish.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right.
It's just a gas station hot dog, so it's not the best quality, but
Well, dehydrated, is it?
it's not.
No,
It's
it wasn't
fine.
on the...
It's fine.
Okay, good. It wasn't on the burner all day long.
Nah.
So we're sitting here because we presented a challenge to each other in the last episode.
Correct.
It's a bad food pairing.
Yeah.
We spun the wheel of, I don't know, disaster or shit.
Oh, disaster. That's a good one.
Wheel of disaster.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to use that one again.
Yeah. You know what's going to happen after I eat this?
It's going to be White Castle all over again. I poop. He poop. That's a perfect fucking segue for that. If there ever was one. He
Oh,
poop.
all right. Let's get this over with.
All right. So we both had to kind of pick for each other. We drafted for each other. We spun, and then I spun for you. What I landed on, you had to get. So what did you end up with?
I have the delicious hot dog with chocolate syrup.
Oof.
Should I just go?
No. You gotta have some build up. You gotta have a little build up. You don't get off that easy.
Damn it.
So you drew for me, and I got banana. Hey, so far, so good. And ketchup.
Ketchup. Yes.
But here's what I did. I even added to it. I had 3 different ketchups in the refrigerator. I got your regular, right?
All right.
I got your regular. I got your chipotle. Oof.
Ah.
I don't know why I have these. And then I've got habaneros. I've got 3 ketchups.
Okay.
And what I also have is I pour these into these different ramekins. So I've already kind of pre-poured them. So ramekins I probably stole from somewhere. You know that song Sex and Candy? I smell sex and candy.
Oh yeah.
That is not what it smells like in here.
Oh.
Banana and ketchup.
Who was it? Macy's Playground?
Yeah,
Is that
I
who
think
that
that's
was?
right. I think that's right.
Yeah.
Well, whatever dinner you had today, it's going to be a distant memory. Like your taste buds are going to be completely ruined.
I'm
Probably
aware.
the beer too.
I know. I have an extra beer here, and I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking drink this after this.
You need whiskey. You need some kind of thing to wash it down with. All right. So I'm gonna go through each one. I'll tell you what, I'll start with one. That way,
All right.
because I get through here. I'm gonna take my banana. I'm gonna dip it in I'll start with the regular tomato ketchup.
Regular ketchup. All right.
Regular ketchup. All right. Ugh. Banana smells good. All right, banana. And the ketchup. Yeah, so
Oh god. Man.
it stinks. It stinks. What idea was this?
This was your challenge.
I'm gonna have some more banana to wash down that ketchup, but I'm not done with it. Okay. I do not recommend that to anyone. Why don't you take a bite out of your delicious hot dog?
Oh man.
Ugh,
Oh.
it's a big old bite. pleasantly surprised?
I mean, it's not great,
Well,
but not as bad as I thought.
yeah, they cancel each other out at all? Does anything come through? Just a mixture of
It's
this.
just like you get more of the chocolate than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would not do it again.
No,
I still have another bite though, so go ahead and take your second one there.
All right, my second one. I'm gonna go with the chipotle.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, look at that. I dipped it in the chipotle. Look, there's a lot more on there than maybe it looks in the camera. That's kind of a lot. I'll get some more banana in there.
No.
It's not working out.
You know,
Oh,
we should
Let's
have
have
we should have switched food objects because then our pairings would have matched perfectly.
like, oh
Like,
yeah, the good ones.
yeah, yeah. Just now thought about that.
Chocolate sauce banana, hot
But
dog
instead-
and ketchup. All right. Ooh, he polishes it off. I think the burps are gonna be worse.
Yeah, I totally agree.
What? Okay. I mean, separately they're fine. It's the togetherness.
Yeah, yeah.
Going chipotle. This is
Is
the this is the habanero
I
one.
was gonna say I thought that was habanero.
Yeah, this is the habanero one. Okay.
This one's going to be the best one.
Oh God, it's just like
you're gonna love this one.
mm.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Oh yeah.
The texture's like getting worse. I don't know whether
no.
to eat the rest of the banana, but I'm going to eat the rest of the banana. I don't know what's going on in my insides right now. There's only time will tell.
I get it. I get it.
Well, okay. Well, we did it.
We did it.
Can't say I loved it. Is that the rest? Is that more? Or is that just regular?
Regular.
You trying to offset it? well, we did it. Wasn't so bad yet. Ooh, that was spicy.
Yeah.
I do wish you'd gotten the soy sauce and yogurt or whatever the hell that one was, or vanilla ice cream and yogurt or something.
I would have puked.
Would have been good. Well, it's early enough in the night. Maybe you can still recover. I don't know. Wash it down with some more beer.
That's probably a good idea.
That's not good. It's not the best thing. Don't put ketchup on banana, kids, and hot sauce on hot dogs. Probably not a good thing. Chocolate sauce.
Chocolate sauce. Hot sauce on hot dogs. That wouldn't be bad.
Wouldn't be bad. Could live through it. So, all right. We haven't determined our next one yet. We'll work on that.
Yeah, we'll probably make eight recordings about it.
I think it's not the difficult bit. When you have a guest, it takes into that time. So, but that's okay.
Yeah,
that's
and it's stuff that you don't want to like take away from their time. So you're trying to find alternate time to do it. And
right. Yeah, we'll come up with the idea, and then we'll record something, and then we'll put it in this one, or put it in the episode that we just did. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be before it or after it, or probably not in the middle of it, but maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Stay tuned. We'll get creative with it.
That's what we do.
So, okay. All right. Well, challenge complete.
We did it.
I'll check on you tomorrow and make sure you're okay.
Same to you.
Okay. If I don't respond by 10 a.m., something's wrong.
Yeah.
I'll be a what in the fucking fuck story. That's what
it will be. Yeah. The time the Scott didn't show up to work. Why? Because he ate ketchup on a banana.
One thing could be that bad, but ultimately didn't mix.
It was terrible.
All right. Well, I think that's a wrap. What do you think?
Yep. Done.
All right. Well, cheers to that, and we'll report back soon.
Yes.
All right. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the food pairing challenge that you just listened to. Is it still haunting you, Nick, or have you gotten over it?
Yeah, I think I'm over it. It really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I don't know. I think I overthought it a little bit more. I think if we got another some of the other options we had, it would have been a little bit more repulsive. But
I think
I
it's a
think it went
challenge
fine.
that can continue to surface every now and then, especially as we think some of those other ones
Yeah.
that didn't get picked, I think would have been a little worse.
Man.
Like the chocolate donut blue cheese dressing, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah, no, with the vanilla
Yeah,
pudding and soy sauce and
that wouldn't be good. We're gonna continue to build a little database with those things, and I think it'll be fun.
yeah, we're just gonna have this
Yeah,
running log of shitty food pairings.
we don't want to try to kill each other. We do want it to be a little uncomfortable, though, don't you think? It's just a little.
Yeah, just not enough to like
Right.
scare each other, but enough to where you're like, oh,
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
like,
know
oh,
about this.
that's gonna be gross. Ugh.
Yeah,
You want that initial reaction, like, God, please, not that one.
you know, one of those
Yeah.
initial like,
Like this is gonna be terrible. We've got a whole tab for that segment, so we're just gonna continue to add to that. I think that should come up maybe once a quarter. Who the hell knows? But if we get a couple good ones or something, we'll throw back out.
there we go. Maybe we can start doing it with
Yes!
guests.
Oh, that would be a good idea too. Okay, we present it to them ahead of
Yeah.
time. This is what you got to have on. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. Then we can work it into the whole episode. Yeah,
Into the episode.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, hope you enjoyed that. We are talking right now about the next challenge for episode 5. And I only hesitate because I'm getting
Yes.
started.
Yes. 5 every time. Every time.
Because this drops in episode 4. This is for episode 5. So anyway, next time you hear us, this challenge hopefully will have been accepted. So Nick does not know what this is yet. I've got a challenge for you this week. All right.
Okay, let's hear it.
So what I've got is, I went through some things, and at first I thought maybe this wasn't going to be that strong, but as I came up with a few more ideas about it, I thought this might be pretty funny. So my challenge to you is you have to wear 2 oven mitts at home, and I've got a series of 8 that we're going to pick 4 from on our little wheel of disaster, as we call it.
Okay.
So we're going to
Okay.
pick 4 that I'm going to spin on, and you have to do 4 of these things with 2 oven mitts on at home.
Also, a good
They're
idea.
going to be like simple, short little things, but they should be funny, I would think.
Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
here's what we're going to do. We're going to spin the wheel here, and I'll tell you what they are ahead of time. What's the little flips over here? Okay. All right, here are the things. I have 8 things. I have to peel a sticker. It's going to be a little difficult. It didn't sound bad or hard, but that'll be a little difficult. Shuffle a deck of cards. It just visually, the cards are going to be everywhere. That's how I imagine it. Yes.
Oh, that's going to be a mess.
Stack some cups. I hope you don't get that one. It could be funny. I'm thinking like, some red Solos or something, plastic like that. You just stack some cups.
Yeah. Maybe if you had to do it one hand.
Okay. I'll leave that part to you. If you land on that, whatever you think is funniest.
Because I think both would be too easy.
Right. That's true. Yep. Okay. Open a snack / Ziploc bag. I'll let you kind of choose there. Just something that you have to fumble around with, I think would be funny. Okay. These don't sound bad at all, but turn pages in a book. Visually, I think it'd be funny again. Okay. But now I've transitioned a little bit. I got some food options on here, which I do hope this lands on. So eat chicken wings, which are going to mess up but they're washable. So they're going to have something.
It's fine.
Eat some chicken wings with oven mitts on.
Okay.
Eat some popcorn. Eat popcorn, take big scoops or something. Now, who knows? Or any way you want it to.
Oh man, the dogs will love me.
Look at as much popcorn as you.
Probably more.
And then the last one is make and eat a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I just think that,
Okay.
right? Just kind of
like
opening
this.
the
This is
tops
good.
would be funny. Fumbling around with the knives and getting the bread out, the whole thing. If the little twisty thing is on the bread package, that would be funny. I think. And I think, so we're going to do 4 of these. When I say 4, I'm just thinking, a 10-second clip, 15-second, whatever it kind of works out to be. You don't have to spend all day on these things. But I think 4 would be, because you put a little montage together, get like a minute or 2 out of it. I think it would be hilarious. Okay. Anyway, you want to do it?
Let's do it. This will be a fun one.
All right. So what I'm going to do, they're all on this little wheel. And I'm going to try this again. I'm going to attempt it again. I'm going to try to sharing the screen. It works about 40% of the time for me. Just to see if we can see the wheel spinning. There's no audio with it, which is good.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Can you see my screen? Okay.
I can see it.
Cool. And again, audio-wise, it's not going to make any difference. We're going to report. You're not going to hear anything about it. But visually, if somebody's watching, it might be kind of cool. Okay. So they're all on my little wheel right here.
There we go.
All right, let's spin number 1. All right, you got to eat popcorn. Okay.
All right.
That's a good one. It's going to be funny. And I'm writing these down. Okay. Eat popcorn. That's spin number 1.
Oh, I I should probably take note of these.
All right, spin number 2. Eat chicken wings. That's the one I wanted the most. Okay. Like just buffalo sauce just everywhere. All right.
Plot twist, I'm eating a boneless wing.
I
You
did not
didn't clarify.
We'll see what the result is. He's just down there with his face in the plate, no hands. All right, we got 2 of our 4 so far. Okay, spin number 3. Oh, this is make and eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Okay, all the food options are coming up. All the food options came up. This is great. By the way, if it lands on another one we already picked, we'll just spin again. But all right, so far so good. And spin number 4, which is the last one. Peel a sticker.
Peel a sticker. Okay.
Not messy, but could be funny to look. They're hard enough to freaking peel off anyway.
Man, yeah, with opposable thumbs and fully functioning hands, I
Yes.
still struggle.
If you get the ones that don't really have a border, like the back is the same
Yeah.
size as, I can't.
and the one that you're trying to like use your
Yep.
nail to.
Yep, you
peel
don't know
off
where the
the edge.
sticker starts and the backing stops. You know what I mean? Like you can't.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
shred the sticker halfway, just trying to get it off. Yeah.
Yes. I'll try to make it complicated.
So that's
one.
not going to be fun. It will
But
be
it will be
fun.
fun.
And again, when we circle back on this, quick little videos of you doing it, I think it's going to be funny. Okay.
Yeah, this was a good one.
We're
This
gonna,
is a good
we're
idea.
gonna, a comedic aspect out of it.
Yeah.
You've got the
I'm excited for
personality
this
where
one.
you will make it funny anyway. So,
I'm going to try.
just slamming chicken wings on the ground. God damn it! I can't even.
Just punch it.
Stupid challenge. All right, so that is for episode 5. When you listen to episode 5, we will hear the results and watch the results of this challenge to Nick. All right, we'll circle back. We'll do that. But as we end this little thing, we're going to go into our interview right after this little segment with our buddy Aaron Hartman, Stud Muffin Supreme. Yes, how great was that?
Oh
Yes.
man, you guys are gonna love it. Great dude.
Yes. I've been watching his stuff since. It's a rabbit hole I keep going down.
Oh, it's so fit. It's like you can't
Right.
just turn away from it.
And he's
It's
so diverse
funny.
in what he does too. It's not just one thing.
He is, and he makes it look so simple. And really, it is a bunch of. It's like simple little things
Yep.
that just work for him.
Yep.
And he just
But he's
runs
got the
with
creative mind to do it ahead of time
great.
and then put it together. Like he's doing one now where he's like it's him, but he's in 2 different shots in the thing. Like he's talking to himself on the other side of the room and it shoots back and forth. And I think that's creative and fun.
Yes.
So, well, enjoy Aaron. We appreciated him so much for being on and hope you guys do too. Stud Muffin Supreme coming up next.
Let's go. Get on with it.
Well, welcome to episode 4. This is 4, right, Nick?
I think
so too.
I think so.
Episode 4.
I lost track because the last episode we had to record 4 different times because we kept missing shit.
We had to put it back together.
Fourth time's
a
a
little
charm.
Yeah. So I think this is 4. It might not be, but I think.
bit. I think it is. We got
All
our timelines a little mixed up, but it's okay. Ultimately, we'll come out in the wash. But episode 4 of This Seemed Like a Good Idea podcast. And dude, we've got another guest. Holy shit, we're so excited.
Listen,
Where
I've been so.
There he is.
That's the guy right there. I've
We
been
got a guy.
I've been so excited for this.
Oh my God. We got a guy, and let me just give a couple of stats on him. His Instagram stats. He's got 24,700 followers. That's not even the big one. TikTok, he's got 883,000. That's correct. 883,000.
We're not
Probably
ribbing you,
plus
folks.
some too. This guy is a big deal. His name is Aaron Hartman, and you might know him as Stud Muffin Supreme. Welcome, Aaron.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes,
Oh.
thank you for joining us, Aaron. We've been very much looking forward to this ever since we reached out to you.
Likewise, I appreciate it.
It was a quick turnaround. Nick sent me a DM, and he goes, and it was your System of the Down video. I think it was BYOB. I think I was just telling you.
Yeah.
And he goes, we got to get this guy on. And it wasn't 10 minutes later, I DM'd you. And it wasn't 20 minutes after that, you DM'd back. So this was a quick turnaround, like what, a week and a half maybe?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It was very quick.
It happened fast. Like I was at work and Scott was like, "Hey, I DM'd this guy," and I was like, "All right." And next thing I pulled out my phone, he's like, "Hey, we got him," and I was like, "What?"
He actually responded.
He responded like he's real. The guy's real.
Oh, hey, I mean, it's better than some of the messages I normally get on Instagram. You wouldn't believe some of the weird ones I get from people that are just like, I had the one guy who goes, "Hey, are you into bears?" And I'm like the actual animal bears? And then my wife goes, "Oh my God." Yeah, I checked his profile out and yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Did you answer back?
No.
Okay.
Although I had one recently on around Christmas, he was like, "Hey, I love your videos. Your videos are awesome." And I get that from time to time. And I was like, "Well, thanks." And then we were kind of just doing those back and forth. You know, he was pretty much kissing my ass, telling me how much he liked my stuff, which I appreciated. And then all of a sudden he goes, "Yeah, with Christmas, did you enjoy it?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Did Santa bring you anything nice?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I guess." I was just playing along with it. He goes, "Well, he didn't bring me anything. I was kind of bad this year." And I'm like, "Am I talking to a kid or something?"
Oh no.
And then I said, "Oh, well, that happens." He goes, "Yeah, you could say I was on the naughty list." And I'm like, "Hold on." And I checked his profile. It's a dude basically in his bed, and he had like a picture of like a birthday or a Christmas gift around where his crotch was. And I'm like, "Yep, not doing this one." I didn't respond back. I'm like, I don't know what to fucking say.
Yeah. He had you at first.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
He worked hard for that segue.
I'm very
didn't he?
naive. I'm very naive. When I start getting random messages that aren't weird, I will respond, and like, that was a rabbit hole I wish I didn't go down.
You know, he's done that a few times. He's tweaked his little, shenanigans, right? He's tweaked
Probably.
his intro.
Yeah. I kind of feel bad too, because I in a way, because I'm like, damn, I just left this dude on red, but I'm like, that's just not my game.
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea, but
Yeah.
Nah, you just leave that alone. It's like, no,
Yeah.
I got better
Yep.
things to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just let that one fly out the window.
Yeah.
I don't need Chris Hansen showing up at my house. It turns out that this guy was like underage. "Hey, pal, why don't you have a seat? Have a seat." "Oh, it's Chris Hansen."
Dude, can I get your autograph?
Yeah.
Just right after this part. Aaron, where do we find you at?
You can find me. I've got three main hubs. I got TikTok, then there's Instagram, and then I have a YouTube channel up. I've got a couple little videos on there. I've had that YouTube channel for well over 10 years. And I just eventually, when I started blowing up even more, I rebranded it so it would just be Muffin Supreme. So those are my three main ones you can find me at.
And what part of the country do you live in? You don't
I
have to tell me specifically. We don't need to go showing up at your doorstep.
No. I live in the suburbs of Cincinnati, Ohio. I live in like about 15 minutes south in northern Kentucky.
Okay.
Not too far from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I frequent that area quite a bit, a couple times a year usually, at least.
Nice.
Yeah.
So are you familiar with Rheingeist then?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
see
in
those
the
trucks
OTR
around all
district.
the time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we spend a lot of time up that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a
so,
Cincinnati staple.
Yeah.
For sure. Next time we're up that way, maybe we could connect.
Well, that'd be cool.
Yeah, absolutely. We were saying Nick found you and the thing, and we're like, we got to get this guy on. Can kind of describe, and you mentioned 3 different platforms, but kind of describe what your channel is or channels are.
Well, if I could try to summarize it, I have no idea how I would even go about it. Entertainment is probably the safest word that I would think. I've always sort of just been an entertainer since I was younger. I always like to make people laugh. I know that's kind of cliche, but that's just kind of how it is. And so basically, I would say if you're going to come watch any of my stuff, hope you're entertained, but be warned, there could be some things that might, I don't know, deter you a little bit. It's definitely an acquired taste for some, I think.
It drew us in.
Yeah, well,
I was hooked.
well, that's awesome because when I always whenever I upload something, I'm like, this is the worst piece of shit I've ever uploaded. No one's gonna like anything I upload, and then all of a sudden I have like millions of views on certain things, and I'm like, holy hell.
Yeah, you're like, what happened?
Yeah, it blows my mind sometimes.
Yeah. But yeah, now that we're on that topic, tell us a little bit about how this whole journey started. How did you get to become Muffin Supreme and that whole persona, and kind of where did your social media trends start?
Like I said, I've always wanted to do videos and entertain people, and I've basically had on and off again YouTube channels since like 2009, 2010, and like I'd started a little bit and then just drop it and move on to something else, and then I totally passed the whole Vine era. If you remember Vine, I wish I was around during Vine. I feel like I would have killed on Vine. Eventually, there was like Musically. I didn't do that, and then that turned into TikTok. And then I just decided to give that a try. And I literally started like the year that came out, and I wasn't getting anything at all. No hits, no nothing. And that was the frustrating part because I was legit like coming up with bits, like spending time writing bits to be funny, and nothing was coming from it. And then one day I just decided to do the most innocuous things, and then that's what would catch on. There was I don't know if you're familiar. There's some stupid song that was on the old school TikTok. It was called something like "I Baked You a Pie" or something. It was some stupid song, and I did it in like a Swedish guy accent, kind of like from Family Guy. And that blew up for some reason, even though I just did it as a goof. And then that kind of boosted my original TikTok account up, which the one I currently have is my second one. And the first one I had got, I guess, taken down because I guess people got too offended by my uncle jokes. Because I used to make jokes about my uncle and being in his basement, and nobody liked it. So
I'm curious.
I was really upset because like I had like 173,000 followers, and I was like, I made it. I made it to the top. This is as far as we're going. And then they delete it, and I'm like, well, that was a fun ride.
Bastards.
I was like, well, should I start a new TikTok because I'd have to like create a whole new name? But I found a good loophole because my original name was the Stud Muffin Supreme. So when I went to try to type in a new handle, I just erased and Stud Muffin Supreme was available. I'm like, okay, it's meant to be. I got to give it another shot.
Okay.
And then that, well, of course, that was trying to like build up from ground zero again. And what eventually got that everything going up was I did a video where I took a little red Solo cup and I put it on top of my head and I said, and now it's a hat. And that's pretty much what started everything up. So that little thing I was doing there, that's kind of that's what set the stage for where I am now, I think, because that's what really blew me up originally on that channel.
I've seen a couple of those videos where now it's you put different things. I think you put a bell up there once too, and now it's a hat.
Yeah, I put a lot of different things on my head. It was crazy. It was to the point, I remember one time I put a Chipotle burrito on my head, fully wrapped up. And on Instagram, I got a message from somebody from Chipotle that was like, hey, can we take that video and put it on our TikTok page? And I was like, sure. And I knew they weren't going to pay me, but I'm like, I'm a whore for attention. Do it and see what happens. And then, and that was cool. So stuff like that. But so that kind of was like the first real thing that got people looking at me was those.
Nice.
When you started that second channel, did you get a lot of your followers back kind of right away, or did you have to build that again?
I had maybe one or two, no more than 5. I had a couple of them that were like, hey, is this like your new thing? Because we noticed we can't watch your old one. I said, yeah. And it took a while. It took probably 3 months. I don't think I was past like 100 followers. And then I did that hat video, and it was like I was like 10,000 up within like 3 days.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah. And they were easy too. They were easy too. All I had to do was just find something that I could sit on my head for a few seconds, and those were catching on like crazy. It was getting to the point where I was getting people sending me like duets on my TikToks of fan art. People would draw like me, very exaggerated chubby face, and then they would like, I was getting like a lot of people were showing their kids this and having little kids going, and now it's a hat. And like I was like, oh, that's really cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
You started a trend there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of trends, I saw you do, maybe you've done several. I haven't got through them all yet, but I think you were just saying, hey, count to 10 with me. And you were doing it normally. I don't know if you counted, I think you started from 1 or you started from 10. I don't remember.
I was going 1 to 10.
You got
6, 7.
When you got to 6, 7.
Yeah, my wife absolutely loathes that.
And it goes right back to counting normal again. It was just 6, 7. It was like, it's so entertaining.
I like doing that. I like doing the subverting of expectations. Like I just immediately just being normal and then doing the 6, 7, like exaggerated, like normal, and then just going back down to normal. So that makes me laugh. A lot of times that's why I put videos on. If they make me laugh, I just put them on there. But it's like, well, if they don't like it, oh, well, I laughed at it.
Where you mentioned earlier, and I don't remember if we had hit record yet or not, but you write some stuff out, you create some content. Like what ideas just come to you? Do you write a lot of stuff out and then kind of prepare some stuff? And do you have a whole bunch of that kind of ready to go?
Sometimes when I would like in the beginning, I would like have notes down of anything that I think might be good for a good skit or like a good character or something like that. Like, different things. Mostly like I was doing before I got on TikTok, I was doing a lot of stuff on Snapchat. They have those weird filters. So I'd make like little short videos with the different funny filters and then upload them on Facebook. I would create different little characters. So I was trying to like maybe translate that over to TikTok, but nothing I ever did was sticking. So I had like just a little bit of stuff, not too elaborate, but then I find that the more random, the more throwaway things that I do end up hitting the most. So sometimes I just turn my brain off and then just, that's where the magic happens. So It's like a blessing and a curse sometimes.
Right. Because that's what that I was going to ask about is, some of the, if someone gets on your page and looks at things, you got little different bits that you do, and some are like a running trend, like you talked about the hat and the whole. We'll talk about the Tit-Tar thing later, and that whole thing. So, is there anything that gives you like specific inspiration to do those kinds of things, or is a lot of it just random on a whim kind of ideas?
Random on a whim, pretty much. I always struggled sometimes with trying to find a niche because I was always doing research on what can make your channel better. And people always said, you got to have a specific niche. Well, I can't commit to one specific niche because there's so many things I want to throw out there. So I always said my niche is I have no niche. And just like, if you go to my channel, there's going to be a little bit of everything, just sort of thing. And I always figured if you have a lot of something, something's eventually going to catch somebody's attention, I feel like. And that's happened a few times.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why whenever I came across your video, I sent that to Scott. I'm like, man, we got to get this fucking guy on here because this is everything that we started this whole podcast about. Because we both have like our own little podcast that we do that we started before we did this, but we wanted to do something that was completely different from those two. And we wanted to go with like an eclectic vibe, something that was just random, didn't really have a flow all the time. It was just casual conversation or whatever came up. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, this is gold. Like, this is why we do this.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes me feel good. Thanks.
Yeah. Totally. And the fact that you replied back was like, because we, in both of our podcasts, you're always reaching out to people all the time for guests and things. And you hear back, for a good part of them. But I was like, well, this guy's way too big for us. He's not coming on with us.
Yeah.
Half an hour later.
Yeah. Scott sent me a screenshot of your TikTok followers. I was like, oh, there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah. It's like I said, I don't feel like I'm at that level. It's still crazy. It's amazing to me that I have that number, but I just going to treat it like any other thing. Just keep doing what I do, and just hopefully it'll still keep people in. I've had my ups and downs. I've had periods where nothing was happening, but then you just ride it out, and then a new thing will happen. Like after the hats, doing the Now It's a Hat thing, that kind of slowed down a little bit, and then eventually I did the thing where I do my dancing in the bathroom, and then that picked up. And then that was the next wave. And then when that kind of petered down a little bit, I kind of went back to a little bit, but then the Tit-Tar thing went way up. And then, so we're kind of riding that right now. So
first of all, I can't see how the dancing thing would drop off at all because you do it in so many different ways. You got obviously you got different outfits for different days and stuff, but there's different things. You got different things behind it too. Sometimes it's different music. Sometimes it's different things all the time. Right. So to me, I could watch it every single day.
Yeah. I love doing those and those really, I mean, they haven't completely fallen down, but like they still get good views. And occasionally I'll get one that does a lot of good stuff. I think the reason that is because it's so simple, because I'm just swinging my front butt to a beat and then kind of just like putting myself out there. And I think also too, being on TV is what's keeping that going, because that's what got me on AGT was those videos right there.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I love them. What is the bathroom that you do that in? Can you say? Or?
It's at my job.
Okay,
I'll just say that.
How do they feel about that?
Oh, they don't. I got some people that I work with that have seen it, but I play it smart. I don't wear anything that shows where I'm at or anything because. I mean, I don't think I do anything wrong, but I don't want to give them an opportunity to go, quit doing these.
Yeah. And it's kind of like a generic, just kind of white bathroom, right? So
yeah. I get a lot of people go, which truck station bathroom do you do those in?
All of them.
One guy I've had a lot of people go, how many people are out there knocking going, come let me in. I got a shit. Hurry up. So
has that happened?
No, I've never had anybody knock on me while I was doing that, but thank goodness. So.
How long would you say you'd be in there to shoot one of those?
It probably takes me less than a minute. I get I'm listening to my music while I'm working, and I'll hear a song that'll come up, and I'm like, let me go check, and I'll check and see if that's on TikTok, and then if it is, and I usually don't just go to the bathroom. I usually time it up until if I have to go, like I got to take a piss or something, and then I'll go and do that and take care of that, and then quickly do that.
You kill the two birds.
Or if it's a really slow day and I take one of my breaks, I'll go do that.
You always got one in the chamber, like always ready to go.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it times out perfectly. So I'm like, okay, I got a reason to go to the bathroom. So let's go get this done.
Yeah.
Do you bring in like a tripod or anything too? Or you just
no,
set the camera up?
there's a it's like a metal canister where the toilet paper's at. and I just sit my phone right there.
That's so
Nice.
cool. That's great.
Nice.
It's awesome. Who else? I know your brother's on there. I'm going to talk a little bit about those.
Yeah.
Some of the Dr. Now stuff. I
Yeah.
love those. I started diving into that. And
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
barely scratched the surface of those, but
Yeah.
he's obviously helping you. Anybody else helping you with the channels in any way?
Let's see. I mean, I have a couple of my friends that I bounce ideas off of. I got a buddy of mine that has been for years has been always wanting to do something, and like video wise, because we used to work to Walmart together and we would talk about videos and brainstorming ideas. And a lot of my funny humor comes from some of the stuff that we've, like, because we have the same sense of humor. And he was really happy for me when my TikTok started blowing up, because he was like, hey, if you need ideas for characters, just let me know. And so I always know I got him there. And then besides my brother, I got a buddy of mine, Mike. We do a pro wrestling podcast together, me, him, and my brother. So he's always there too to, give me some ideas. And so I've got some people there that'll, give me some good stuff to work with. And then my wife, who gives me eye rolls when I'm like, hey, do you think this would be funny? And she would just be like, do what you got to do. I said, one day I'm going to make bank and your tude's going to change, Missy.
It's like, yeah, why you still go to work? Go do that.
Well, she
Go do your
did like
TikTok.
me for a little bit with those videos, because back in the day when the creator fund on TikTok wasn't so weighed down with restrictions, I actually made like $600 off of a month off of TikTok one time. That was the highest I
Nice.
ever made. And she loved my TikToks then. Well, she loved them then.
Just tell her jealousy is not a good look on her.
Say it'll come back. You're going to make a splash one of these days and a big old check will show up in the mail.
Although she won't admit it, but she was really happy. I caught a video of her really happy when I was on AGT. So she can't lie to me all the time. Deep down behind all that grumpy face, she's happy for me.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good segue. If you want to, let's dive into that, because that is,
Yeah, sure.
my man here's been on AGT, the
Mhm.
actual America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
June 2024.
Yeah.
You're on it. You made the auditions. You got in front of the judges.
Mhm.
Tell us about that experience, and be as detailed as you want to be.
Yeah, that was crazy, because it was in like September of 2023. I got a message on Instagram from somebody who like, oh, we're a casting agent from America's Got Talent. We'd be interested to know if you'd want to participate and maybe audition to be on the show. And that blew my mind, because at the time my Instagram was just kind of there for show. I just kind of did it so I had another social media account. There was barely anything on it. So my assumption is they saw me on TikTok and then found out I was on Instagram, I guess. And so I'm like, sure, why not? And then that kind of just led to multiple conversations, and I talked to different recruiters, different people that were like, I would advance a level of a person and talk to the next person higher up. And eventually they're like, well, we love one of your videos so much that we want you to know if you want, we want to know if you want to come on here and do it. I'm like, which one? And they're like, well, you did this dance with Slipknot's Before I Forget, and we really like it, and we want you to do that on AGT. And I remember, without missing a beat, on this phone call went, are you guys that desperate? Like, surely you guys can find great acts on there. They're like, well, they, without telling me, basically, they're like, well, we like to entertain people. We want acts on there that'll entertain. So they need shitty acts on there just to fill in the time. Hopefully they'll get like, I don't know, some attention for it. So, I mean, I understood that going in. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. No problem. And so talked to more, and then eventually it kind of went silent for a while, because they're like, okay, well, we'll get back to you if we want to pursue this. And I'd say probably in January of 2024, they reached back out to me. They're like, yeah, we want you to come out here. We're going to fly you out here in March. We want you to come out here and audition. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is happening. And then they're like, well, what song did you want to do? And I said, well, I assumed you wanted me to do the Slipknot song. And they're like, well, no, we had a couple of ideas for you, maybe. I don't know if it was because of copyright or something. I don't know. But because I assume they have a library of music they can use. And they're like, here's the suggestive one we want for you, Pump the Jam. And I forgot who sings it or performs that. And I'm like, okay, I actually did a dancing TikTok to that song probably about a year prior. So I'm like, yeah, I've done that before. And they're like, well, we want you to do this because it's one of Simon Cowell's favorite songs. And I said, do you want me to ruin that for him? Because that's what's going to happen if I do that. And they started laughing. They're like, you're funny. I'm like, I'm being serious. You want me to do it? I'll do it. And they're like, yep, that's the one you want to do. We want you to do. And I'm like, okay. So I flew out there. I never flew on a plane before, so I was nervous because I was always scared of flying. But I'm like, they're paying for it, and like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I ain't gonna pass this up. So flew out there, And it's not just a one-day thing. I was out there for a whole weekend. I got there on a Friday night, stayed at this convention center hotel, which is literally daisy chain next to the actual theater where they do it. So I'm literally like walking distance from it. And stayed there Friday night. And then Saturday was basically, my audition was going to be on Sunday. So Saturday was just going to be a whole day where they ran through everything with me. Like they would show me everywhere around, and then they would film like segments with me. Like they told me, we're just going to film material that we can use if you make it on the show. I'm like, okay. Well, that was pretty much a all day process, which was like 90% sitting around doing dick and 10% of actually doing stuff. And they would like film me like walking outside of the theater. Like they had this thing where they're like, oh, we want you to stand in front of this mirror. Now, mind you, this is like the big holding tank area, I call it, where they have everybody that's waiting there. If you've ever seen the show, you'll probably see it in the background, people just sitting around twiddling their dicks and all that stuff, and in the middle, there's this like mirror contraption. It's like 3 mirrors all together where I guess girls or people put on their makeup, and they're like, what we want you to do is we want you to practice your dance in front of the mirror, and we're going to just film you do it for like 60 seconds. I said, 60 seconds? I do this for 15 seconds on TikTok. So you want me just to do that? And I remember doing that, and it was so awkward because it was hot as hell in there. And I was a lot fatter than I am now. So I was sweating my ass off, and I'm sitting there in the mirror swinging, my front butt, doing all that stuff. And I heard somebody in the background go, what is he doing? I don't know if they were talking about me, but my mind told me that they were talking about me.
Yeah, sure.
And they're like, would you like to go out on the stage? Like before you leave today, would you like to go out on the stage and kind of get an idea of what it's like? I'm like, sure. Well, they didn't tell me they were in between tapings. So there was already a full audience when I walked out there. And they're like, do you want to practice, your routine? And I said, there really isn't a lot to practice. And they're like, okay. I'm like, you have no idea what I'm doing, do you? So it was a lot of cool little stuff we did. And then Sunday I went into the actual taping, my performance. And before that, they wanted to do a couple of last minute filming things, like when they had people coming in, like you've seen those probably, where people are lining up to get in. They had me go out there and pretend like I just randomly showed up and like, oh, I'm here for my audition. And they're like, stand next to these people and pretend like you're friends and all that stuff. So I was doing that. And then they brought me back in, and there was this Australian dance group that they were featured on that season. And they had like 3 of these girls. They're from Australia. And they're like, we want you to sit next to these girls, and we want you to talk to them as if like you guys are just hanging out. And they're going to ask you what you're here for. And then you're going to tell them what you're here for, because they're dancers. So you're going to be like, well, what are you here for? And then they said, oh, we're dancing. And then you're supposed to respond. And I went, I dance too. And like, these are like professional Cirque du Soleil like dancers. And here I am, fat, sweaty neckbeard, going, yeah, I dance too. And then they're like, we want you to nod and smile for like 30 seconds. So I'm sitting there doing this, sweating, having a hard time breathing. And these girls, they're good looking Australian girls. They're like staring back at me. And I'm like, God, I don't want to know what they're thinking right now. So a lot of that stuff. And then eventually they took me out to do my performance. And I was really nervous, to be honest with you. It was hitting me right as I was getting to the stage. And Terry Crews was standing there. And he always introduces people as they go in and out. And like, he made me feel so much better, because he's like, whatever you do, just go out there and just rock it. Do what you got to do. And like that, I was like, okay, I mean, I'm here. There's no turning back now. And then I went out there, and they always told me, keep going no matter what happens until all 4 of those buzzers go off. Don't stop. And I was like, well, that's easy, because as soon as I start, they're all going to buzz me out. I mean, there was no denying that was going to happen. No, they all did not buzz me out at once. They actually let me go for like 30 seconds, because it was a 2-minute bit. Like, it doesn't completely translate over on TV, but it was a whole 2 minutes that they let you go. And like 30 seconds in, that's when I think Howie was the first one that buzzed me out, which I was surprised, because I thought he would get this humor. I thought he would find it funny, but he was kind of a dick to me. So I should have went and sneezed on him. But Simon buzzed me out, and then Sophia buzzed me out, and then Heidi was just not buzzing me out. And my legs and my knees were screaming at like a minute and 30 seconds. And I'm sitting there thinking, for the love of God, please push that buzzer, end my suffering right now. And she let me go the whole 2 minutes. And so I can say I wasn't completely X'd out. I can brag about that. They didn't all buzz me out. So whether she was being genuine about it or she just wanted to see me suffer, she didn't buzz me out. So I got to do that. And then they were all like, oh, well, it didn't seem like you did a whole lot. And I'm like, well, I only do this for 15 seconds. normally. And if you could tell I'm dying, my breath is like, I'm going to asphyxiate here on stage. But that was a cool deal. And then I thought that was going to be the end of it. But before I actually started, I should have mentioned this. Before I started, they were asking me about who I was and stuff. And my wife, who flew out there with me, she said, please don't call me out. Don't point to me. Don't point me out anywhere on the camera. And I promised her I wouldn't. So while they're asking me these questions, my mother, who was like overjoyed that I was there, she just starts going crazy. And eventually it gets the attention of the judges, and they're like, who's that? And then it was Heidi or somebody goes, is that your wife? And I'm like, no, that's not my wife. That's my mom. Well, where's your wife? Fuck. Well, she's up there somewhere. And so I had to break my promise to my wife. But then they liked my mom's reaction so much that when I got off the stage, they're like, can we bring her down and like film more stuff with you with her? And I'm like, sure. So we filmed like pretending like I just got there. We were looking around, all that, other stuff. And it was fun. And that was it. At the end of the day, they sent me on my way, and they said, we'll get back to you to let you know more about what's going on, because they tell you you're not guaranteed to be on the show, because there's so many people that do that you just go out there and do your best. And then if they like you, they'll get in touch with you and let you know you're going to be on it. And at best, I thought I was going to be one of those throwaway segments where they show like a montage of different people and you only get like 2 seconds. Like, that's the best I'm probably going to get. And I hadn't heard anything. And literally the week before my episode aired, we were watching it, and I saw like the previews for the next week, and there I was dancing, and I showed my wife, and she goes, that mean you're going to be on it? And I'm like, I mean, I'm featured in a key part of this preview. And it was literally the next morning they emailed me. It's like, oh, I don't know if you saw the previews, but you're going to be featured on next week's episode in your own segment. I'm like, not just a throwaway, an actual like segment. And that was crazy. And then it happened. We had a big watch party, and it was surreal seeing me up there. It was absolutely insane. And then they co-promoted it with their Instagram. And when that happened, my Instagram blew up and my TikTok blew up even further. And then here we are today. So that was kind of that in a nutshell. I mean, it was one hell of an experience, but that's kind of how that went.
Dang, that's an awesome story.
I didn't mean to bore you, but
No.
No, I love that.
As you're telling the story, I've seen the video a couple of times, and I watched it again today to be refamiliarized with it. And your mom was really excited, to say the least. And Heidi was talking to her up in the balcony.
Yeah.
She was up the balcony and having a conversation with her. And she was, I think Heidi really was rooting for you. I really think she was.
Well, I feel like she was too, in a way, because like she ended up sharing my video on her Twitter saying, you guys need to check this guy out now. And then as much as I dogged Howie there a little bit, I didn't realize he did it until like maybe a year later. He actually shared my post too and goes, I didn't really like this guy's performance, but he's got heart. So yeah, check him out. He's a really nice guy. So I won't sneeze on you now, Howie. So
yeah, he didn't, at least the camera, he didn't make a smirk or anything. He just looked really
I thought he
was just like stone faced.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be the one that would like it, because he's liked some of the stupidest shit that's been on that show. And he didn't care for me at all. The one person I thought really wouldn't like me was Simon, but he actually wasn't bad at all. He actually kind of gave me constructive criticism. He's like, maybe add something else besides that. Other than that, I don't know. But I'm like, I was expecting like old school American Idol Simon Cowell to like eviscerate me, but he didn't. So I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. You didn't get the whole, that was absolutely horrendous.
Dreadful. Yeah. No, didn't get any of that. Didn't get any of that.
No, and you were a fan favorite too. The audience,
yeah,
was it the same way while you were on stage? Could you pick up on that too, man? They were rocking
a little
out
bit
and cheering for you.
It caught me off guard, because I was, like I said, I was expecting to get booed maybe when I started doing the dance, and I took my hairpiece out. I like my hair tie. I started, as soon as when I put my hands behind my head, they really started getting loud. I could hear. And then when I thought they were booing me at first, but when I went back, because I was in the moment, I wasn't realizing it. But when I would watch it back, they started booing when they started buzzing me. Like they were pissed that they were buzzing me out. And I got that whole crowd going. And one of the best parts is when we were leaving that day after everything was done, we were walking out of the theater, and I don't know, some lady was yelling at us, and she's like, oh my God, we were just in there, Stud Muffin. You're so awesome. You're so amazing. And that got a tickle out of some of my family. And I'm just like, that made me feel good, because like, it was completely against any expectation I was having. So I was very pleasantly surprised on how that turned out.
Yeah.
I was really proud for you too. Obviously, don't know you, but I was really proud for you coming off of that thing. I was like, I knew you did well. I think everybody appreciated that you did well.
Yeah, I appreciate
I was really
that.
rooting for you, and it was a really good segment they put out about it.
Yeah.
Oh, but the thing, the two was, I was like, some of the comments after that was like blew up, like on my Instagram and all that stuff. There was a lot of real dickheads out there. Trust me. So
Sure.
like there was like really like not so pleasant comments people were saying out there, and like I still get them from time to time, but you know, I expected that. But as long as I see the good ones reassure me that I wasn't a complete flop out there. So yeah, but that came with the territory. I was kind of expecting that going in.
Yeah. I mean, you're always going to have the people who just want to rain on everyone's parade that, you know, gets any kind of fame or you know, their 15 minutes of fame or their glory or whatever else. But, you know, being able to go through that whole scenario, would you say that overall, even despite the negative comments, was it a pretty positive experience?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was. It was, there's a lot of mixed emotions, especially with me there, because a lot of times some of the comments would be like people talking about, well, he's just going out there to embarrass himself. You know, his mom should be ashamed, his wife should be ashamed. And I didn't hold too much stock in it because these people don't really know the whole motivations of going out there. Like I said, being asked to go out there and then potentially not knowing that I was going to win it, obviously, but knowing that there's could be potential exposure. And then at the time, my grandfather, who I was really close with, he was in his last stages of his cancer. And I always wanted to do something to kind of like entertain him. And he was always behind me when I told him that I had this opportunity to go. And his health wasn't in a good spot, so he obviously couldn't go. But he was probably the biggest reason I went and did that, because I wanted to be on that show. So if it could air, I wanted him to see it, because I knew his health was going down really bad. And he did get to see it, and then it was about 2 months before he passed. So when I see those comments, it's like I don't hold any weight to those, because I know the real reasons and the real motivations that I did that, and they won't know it. So that, as long as I know that, it doesn't bother me.
If anyone listening to this, go check out the video. It's on YouTube. Stud Muffin Supreme. There's a full performance one in intro, which I think that's the one I watched, which kind of got the pre and the post stuff. And it is so cool, man. I just like, if we weren't talking to you, I was still rooting for you, because I was like, man, this guy is having a good time. Do you remember being on the stage the whole time too? I always feel like I'd be out there and I would do it, but not maybe remember it because you're in the moment.
I pretty much remember the general thing. I have specifics I can remember. I do remember zoning out a little bit, because I'm like, just look straight ahead and just kind of zone out. That way you don't, because I was afraid I was going to look at people with like disgusting looks on their face or booing me, and that would throw me off. So I just wanted to kind of focus on it. But I remember a lot of key things, like when the first buzzer went off, I went, holy shit, that thing's loud. That thing is horrifically loud, because I'm right under it. And they're like, it blew. It was like crazy. Scared, kind of. I almost sharted a little bit. And then one of the key things I remember is after about 20 seconds, I'm like, should I kind of change it up? So that's when I kind of started doing the disco dance. I was kind of in my mind, like on the spot thinking, what can I do? I actually at one point considered doing the worm on the floor, but I'm like, I won't be able to get back up. I'll just be sitting there looking like a chode, just sitting there squirming on the floor.
Oh man.
So I'm like, just keep doing it. And like, you could obviously, if you watch it, you could tell I'm starting to wear down, because I'm like, so that's where Simon went, well, maybe you should have added a move or two. Well, Simon, I only did this for 15 seconds.
And 2 minutes in a scenario like that is forever, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just
it
want
felt
it to
like
be
an
over.
eternity. It felt like an eternity. Yeah.
You just want it to be over. And is there any kind of clock or anything up there that you can tell like how long you've gone?
No.
Maybe you just got to kind of know the song, I guess.
Well, they just tell you 2 minutes. So I just assumed they said go until the song stops or all 4 buzzards go out. So I was kind of on that time frame. And then even if I knew like what point they were cutting it off at, I feel like I still wouldn't have been able to focus on it, because my mind would have just been everywhere else. So, I mean, it literally felt like I was there for like an hour. It almost felt like I was out there for an hour.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can imagine, man. That's so. You talked about your social media kind of exploding after that. Was it really significant in all aspects?
Oh yeah. More so with like the Instagram, because at the time my Instagram was probably like maybe 65 followers, and like after a week it was up to like maybe 10,000. Then my TikTok, I got like 100,000 followers in like a month increase, which was the biggest increase I had in a long time. So, and then it's just been kind of slowly going up since, but that first week was a real like hot point.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's kind
Yeah.
of cool,
Oh, yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
For sure.
did you hear from anybody? You probably got a lot of positive reviews and stuff. Anybody that kind of stands out, not review wise, but comment wise, or anybody significant? You were like, holy cow, I can't believe that person commented on it, or anything like that?
Trying to think. Not anything particular that I can think of at the moment. Forgive me. I just, I know I had a couple of, I just saw a lot of people sharing it, not like famous people, but people were sharing it on like, there was like YouTube compilations. Oh, I take that back now I think about it. It should still be on there. I forgot his name, but he was actually a winner of AGT. He was like a magician. He actually reviewed my performance and did a video where he's watching along, and he loved it. He thought it was great. He had the same sentiment as you guys and most of the audience. He was like, this guy is awesome for going out there and doing that. And so I always got a kick out of that, because I'm like, oh, this is a guy who actually won the show. So that's the closest one I can remember at the moment. I don't think there was anybody bigger than that said anything as far as I know.
Yeah. Well, props to you for doing all that, because that, even just, taking the leap to put yourself out there like that is hard for a lot of people,
Yeah.
especially, in your case where you didn't know it, you were doing the segments and everything that,
Mhm.
that might, get your own time on the show, but
Yeah.
going out there and doing all that stuff, not necessarily knowing where it was going to go.
Mhm.
That there's a lot of unknowns there. You're just kind of going out on a whim and, following their lead. So, props to you for going through that and being able to do that, because I don't have the courage to do something like that, like regardless of what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
So
I still can't believe I did. I've said that before, but like it was just crazy. And like I said, Terry Crews was probably the thing that helped me go out there. He was a really cool dude. Smelled terrific.
oh, I bet
He's-
he did.
I wish in hindsight I could go back, because I would have loved to have asked him to come out and pop his pecs to the beat
Oh,
with me. I wish I could have went back and did that. I don't know how receptive of that he would have been, but that'd have been pretty cool. That would have probably got me on the show for sure if that happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a whole, like, just to go out there and do all that was once in a lifetime opportunity I'll never ever forget.
It makes for a great story too, man. And it just
for
to look
sure.
back on that and reflect back on
They
that.
can't take it away from me, so I have something I can
No,
always talk
no.
about. They called me,
Not at
I
all.
didn't call them. So
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's a whole different angle too. It's like they
Yeah.
came to you,
Mhm.
you didn't seek that out.
Yeah. That's the one thing that I always tell people. And then there was, I think it was the year after, was it last summer? Because in like the winter of 24, they brought out auditions again. So I said, what the hell? I'll just put myself out there again. Maybe they'll be like, bring him back, and I'll do another move and show Simon, hey, I added a move for you.
Yeah.
But I never heard back from them. Although I had a lot of people, one guy in particular go, hey man, I'm from Canada. I would love to see you come up to do Canada's Got Talent.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
you can.
Oh yeah.
I'd be like, oh, great. So I'm waiting for that to ever happen. We'll see if that happens.
Yeah.
Why
that's
not,
an
right?
option.
Do you do all the editing on all your stuff?
Pretty much, yeah.
It's really good production. Not specific, like what are you using, but are you using certain programs and stuff? You do a really good job. And there's a lot of production in some of those.
Not really, to be honest with you. I'm usually mostly just what you can fiddle around with on the TikTok app, or just basic, like if I'm doing anything off my computer, basic editing stuff. I don't have any like Premiere Pro or anything like that or anything. So I just kind of do with the basics that I got. And I try not to do it too elaborate. So I try to keep it as simple as I can. There are times where I'll try to do a little more things like different zoom ins and zoom outs, stuff like that I play around with, but nothing too fancy.
Tried and true. Go with what works.
Yeah. I don't want to overcomplicate it too much.
Right. Right. Because you get too fancy and then you just get caught up in it, and it takes away from it.
Yeah.
Speaking of good videos, you want to get into the Tit-Tar?
Sure.
Can we get into the Tit-Tar? This is
Yeah, we'll talk
the
about it.
greatest fucking thing I've ever seen. And this was
Yeah.
the video that Nick had
Yeah.
sent over.
Wow.
So there are hundreds of different Tit-Tar videos on Instagram. And I guess they're on all of them, right? on all your platforms?
Yeah, I try my best to upload the same amount that are on TikTok and Instagram. I usually, when I make one, I'll immediately go to Instagram and upload it to Instagram.
So, and folks, you heard it right. Tit-Tar, T-I-T, I think it's dash T-A-R, right? Tit-Tar,
Correct.
as in
Yeah.
as in guitar. And if you've seen any of the videos, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, please go fucking look at them, because
Yeah.
they're awesome. Tell us how the Tit-Tar started, where the name came from. We know, I mean, how you came up with the name. I just from the beginning, if you don't mind.
No, it's actually not that complicated. So, I'm a big Ozzy Osbourne fan, and he tragically died this past summer. And I don't know what compelled me to do it, but I was listening to a lot of Ozzy and Black Sabbath, and then I was listening to Crazy Train, and the solo came up, and I was just kind of feeling around in my chair, and I was just kind of patting around. And then I looked in the reflection of my TV, and I noticed that my man boobs did like a ripple effect, and I just like, I'm just gonna film myself kind of like messing around. And because I was a huge fan of Guitar Hero too, so I kind of developed a rhythm based off that game. So I was just messing around, and it took a few takes because there's different parts of the song. I didn't know if I wanted to start out with the main opening riff, but then I was like, let me try the solo, because I knew the solo in my head, and I just started doing this shit, and then that blew up, and then
That's it.
and then I'm like, and once again, this is one of those things, I'm like, I'm just gonna put this out there, nobody's gonna give two shits about this. That blew up. I'm like, well, I guess I need to figure out another song to do. So then I did a Red Hot Chili Peppers song next, I think, or something like that. But then I started just doing random songs that I liked the guitar licks to, that I could match up with rhythm, and the more vibrato I could do, because that's the more I could shake my tits a little bit. And then I decided I didn't come up with Tit-Tar at first. There was like a couple videos in before I realized what I was going to call it, and I'm like, well, I'm doing guitar parts, and then like, so it just made sense to me to call it Tit-Tar. And I'm like, well, let's see how far this name goes, because you don't know how the TikTok algorithm will or censor the word tit, or so yeah, the name stuck. And I had a funny video. Someone tagged me in a video on TikTok about a week ago, and it was her husband. He was a kind of a bigger fellow like myself, and she goes, I want you to do it. He goes, I'm not doing that Tit-Tar thing that feller did. He's good at it, but I ain't as good as that Tit-Tar feller. So I get people ask me, what tuning are you playing in, or can we get the tablatures for your piece, please? And it's like, it's really funny.
I saw the video, and I think her screen name is Debrat5. I saw that just before you popped on here today.
Yeah.
She has him sit down. She says, I want to ask you something. He goes, I'm not doing that.
I'm not, don't you ask me to do that now. Don't you ask me.
Speaking of ask, since that has kind of blown up, do you ever get any of your followers or any of your fans or anything reaching out to give like song suggestions or anything to try to do that too?
I'll get comments. I'll look at my comments a lot, and somebody will bring up a song, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I can do that one. And then I'll give me an idea to do it. Cause sometimes I'm like, I didn't realize I could do that with that song. So a lot of times I'm just reminded of that by comments, people requesting stuff, and all that fun stuff. I had, what was it? Somebody recommended that that you should do cameos with this, which I have a small Cameo account. I've done probably like 6 Cameo videos for people in the past. They said, yeah, if you do a Cameo, people will do it. And I've promoted that, and never got anybody asked to do a Tit-Tar for that. So maybe eventually they will, but I'm surprised I haven't got the OnlyFans request yet.
Yes.
Give it time. Give it time.
That's what I'm thinking. It's going to happen someday, I feel like. Although I know this is off topic, but I always wanted to start an OnlyFans, and it was just fans, like box fans, floor fans, like pay $20 to see this hot oscillation. But I don't know, just random stupid things that come to my mind sometimes.
Is there one genre of music that does better for the Tit-Tar? Is it metal? Because
Pretty
of
much
the fast-paced kind of stuff?
Metal or like hard rock. Occasionally I'll branch out. Like, I don't remember if I did this one. I don't know if I've done it or if it's been in my mind, but the saxophone part from Baker Street, I think I wanted to do that to that. And then there was a couple of techno songs that had really cool flashy beats that I meshed up with. So it's not strictly, it doesn't have to be a guitar, but predominantly it's pretty much like rock or metal, like guitar solos or good guitar riffs that I can match up with. That's usually what I go to.
We need to find you a nice like banjo riff. Some twang.
Somebody recently requested dueling banjos from the movie Deliverance.
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
okay, yeah. There you go.
And I kind of was working with it a little bit. I still kind of got to work with it, but if I get it down pat, I might end up doing that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And if I might get
Almost if you.
go ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say, but did you play both parts? Like you kind of cut away. And
Well,
then go back to-
I was thinking that I could probably, because the TikTok's got the duet feature, I could somehow try to work around maybe duetting myself and doing one part and then doing the other on the other side.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's so cool. It'd be so cool.
that could happen if I can get it worked out. So
Would you? I was wondering, would you care if I pulled up a clip and shared a screen, and maybe we could play just a little bit of one?
Go
of your-
ahead. Go ahead.
Let's see
Yeah.
if I get this thing. I'm 50-50 on these share screen things, so let's see if I can.
Yeah,
I got one pulled up here. Let's see if I can
It
get
can't
it.
go worse than the first time we tried.
And never get it right. Let's see. Be something else we have to plug in later. Let's see. All right, we can put it. All right, screen. You guys seeing that?
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully the audio. Let me know if you don't hear the audio.
I feel like the glasses make it.
Yeah, I didn't do the glasses at first. There was a couple of the first few videos I didn't, and then eventually I did the glasses, and then I didn't realize that they were kind of an old pair, so they were kind of bent a little bit. They're kind of crooked looking, and someone pointed that out, and I'm like, okay, now I'm going to keep wearing them.
Yeah, that's.
And
Also,
then
these GIF reactions in the comment
I
are
know.
gold.
I know. That's awesome.
some of them are really great. I love doom scrolling through some of those.
I'm gonna hit play. Let me know if you don't hear the audio at the same time. Okay, let's see.
I don't hear the audio.
Are you hearing it?
No.
Oh shit. Okay, let me try one other thing. Stop share. Do one other thing because sometimes it's the tab and sometimes it's the.
Scott, I just now
Okay.
saw your little subtitle under your name.
Are you seeing the screen again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Could go all night with that.
Oh yeah.
Telling you,
It's
get off.
fucking awesome.
I fucking love that. It's so good. And I love that because I love that music too, that style of music. So
Yeah.
for me, it's like, fuck, yes.
It works out so well.
Yeah.
Yeah. The more recent dance videos I do, I started incorporating like typage in the video where it's like, imagine being in a metal pit and seeing this dude, and I would do the dance, the same stupid front butt dance to like the heaviest breakdowns, and you wouldn't believe how many people were like, hell yeah, brother, I'd be in the pit right there with you. And then a lot of people were like, you need to get up on stage, and like I had one guy, I had like a couple of like people on YouTube that have like small bands reach out to me like, hey, can you do a dance to like my song here? So there's a couple on my Instagram that I did of like an indie band or something that asked me to do it, and if it was a good beat, I was able to match up with it. But yeah, one of these days, I like people tag Metallica in some of those videos. I'm like, that'd be awesome if like James or Lars just happened to see that, and I would just love to know what they would thought of that. Just
Hell
To
yeah.
have you open up for them at some point. Wouldn't
Oh,
that
man,
be great?
Yeah.
I could be like be on stage, kind of like how they have interpreters for the people that have hearing aids. Just have me in the corner just doing this.
Just
Yeah!
fucking
And,
throwing
like,
down.
listen, they're still rocking, but they're slowing down a little bit. So they're taking some more breaks. So if you could be like a
Yeah.
little like 30-second gap
Mhm,
in between
mhm.
songs.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
when they do their like interludes where James or something, they'll go off stage to rest for a minute. I can come
Yeah.
out and
Yeah.
liven up the crowd a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
See, we got to find their promoter because that's the perfect time.
That would be awesome.
And they're at their stage of their career where they're literally trying to do everything, playing Antarctica and doing this and doing
Oh,
that,
yeah.
playing,
Yes.
different set lists at
Mm-hmm.
back-to-back nights and the same shit. Like literally trying to do everything. That would be another thing they
Yeah.
could add to their
Oh,
repertoire.
yeah. Oh for sure. And I've seen them 4 times, and like they've never disappointed. It's like I think the third time I saw them, they had a Jim Brewer open for them. So like they'll play by themselves sometimes. So they've got room for an opening act that can get the crowd hyped.
I
Yeah.
saw them this summer multiple times too, and this was they're playing in Nashville, and one of the cities where they did back-to-back, where they did like a Thursday and a Saturday, and the
Yeah.
set list was completely different. They didn't play the same song twice,
Mm-hmm.
and they had different opening acts for both nights too.
Yes.
I think it was Ice Nine Kills maybe, and Pantera on the first night, and I went to the Saturday, and it was shit. Who was it? I forgot. Whoever the first one was, I missed that one. But then it was Limp Bizkit opened
Oh.
up, and they fucking threw down. That was a really
Oh, I'm
great
sure.
intro, and it was
Yeah.
so cool to see
I
that.
saw them August of 2024 in Chicago. I think it was the Sunday show, and it was Five Finger Death Punch that opened up for them. And we came in sort of at the end of their set, but that show killed it. That was my favorite concerts experiences is going to see them. So it's just awesome. That's why I tend to do a lot of their songs, because I'm a big Metallica mark. So
yeah. I'm sure it's like a whole experience too. Like it's not just the concert. It's like the whole feeling and the whole crowd, you know, just being around everything.
The best feeling I ever got was being at like a Metallica show, and then he'll make the fans do the fist pump, and like you'll look around and it's dark, but when the lights come up, you see like thousands of fists simultaneously doing that, and it's like it's insane, the feeling that you get from that. So I love that.
Yeah, one of those cold chills moments.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, James can command a crowd for sure. And the other thing they're doing too is they're not playing traditional set lists as in, we start with Sandman and end with this or whatever that thing is. They're jumping around, man. They're ending with stuff that would open with. They're just bouncing stuff around because the catalog is so vast. It doesn't matter.
They have so much that they have the freedom to do that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like you don't have to be, we're gonna open this and close with this. They can do anything. I think they closed with Unforgiven or something, was what they wouldn't typically do. You know, cool as fuck. It didn't matter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It leads some unpredictability to it too.
Yeah. Totally. Especially if you went both nights, again, different set list, but just completely just randomness. You know, so you've got the Tit-Tar segment. I think you've got some others too that are kind of maybe continual segments. Your brother doing Dr. Now.
Yeah.
Which is really good. I haven't seen enough. I've seen a few. I haven't seen enough of those yet, but he's really good at that.
Oh yeah. He's great. That's another thing that kind of just happened out of nowhere, because we would like fart around with those impressions just when we're hanging out. But I had a surgery last December, and it was a weight loss surgery. And like while I was recovering, I was still kind of loopy coming off the anesthesia. But like my mom filmed him coming to my room, and he would go, "Hello, you know, how we doing?" And then that video blew up when him doing that. So we just started doing them more, and then we ordered him a doctor's coat and then the stethoscope, and we just kind of ran with it, and people were just like, he sounds just like him. So we're playing of like, one day we should just go to Houston and go to one of those meet and greets and just meet him and just have him go, hello.
Yeah. There's a picture where they've superimposed him in with your brother looking at each other, and he goes, maybe one day this will really happen.
Yeah. We were farting around with that one, and I'm like, they're going to collide one day.
Yeah. It's so good. He's so good at it, man.
Yeah.
He's got the demeanor down.
He's got the cadence, the mannerisms down. He's just, it's insane.
Yep.
I love doing those videos with him.
Yeah, they're good. I can't wait to go down that rabbit hole a little more and see some more of those.
Yeah.
You're doing it. I don't know if it's new, but I've seen it. It's some of your newer ones, 10-second top 10s.
Oh yeah, I just started doing.
Is this something new you've started?
Yeah, I actually filmed it the night before last. I filmed the first two, and they were just like, because I was coming up with different ideas, and sometimes I like alliteration, and so I was like, I just want to do something quick, and then like, because I always want to do like top 10s, but I don't want to like drag it out by explaining why I like each choice. So I'm like, maybe just try this, see if it'll work. Just 10 seconds, the best I can, just naming my top 10 list of whatever the subject is. And maybe that'll work, but it hasn't really picked up yet, but I'm hoping maybe if I do more, it will. So.
Yeah.
I liked it because you're jumping around with a couple you've done. One was movies.
One was
I forget what the other one
for
was.
like the Marvel movies, and then the other one was Star Wars characters. So
there you go.
And
Nice.
I have a whole bunch of different, it's not just stuff to like movies or comic books. Like I can do like, I want to do a Metallica song one. You know, we brought that up. I want to do like different things for different subjects, because they'd be quick and easy to make, because they're like 10 seconds. And then if anybody wants to ask me about one of my choices, I figured I could do a reply or a comment. And so that way I can just get these videos out as quick as I can.
Right. Just quick turnarounds on everything. Yeah.
Just trying different things.
What is your number one Marvel movie?
Oh, that would be Infinity War.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I only say that because it was just so much of a ride from beginning to end. And like, I left the theater just like questioning things and questioning my life. So it was more along the line the experience. So yeah, that's why I put that on there. Although I could always change my mind. I'm very indecisive sometimes. So who knows, maybe sometime down the road, my list will be changed or updated, but
it always changes.
Yeah.
It always changes. What do you think about the Steve Rogers coming back into Doomsday?
I'm not one of those people that are upset about that. I actually think it's great because I think it makes sense because nerd talk here, but he went back in time and screwed up everything, and incursions are definitely going to happen. So how can you not do a story about timelines and incursions and not include him when he's literally went back and fucked everything up technically by just screwing with space and time?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then like I always say, I mean, I made a video about him. Like he could probably just be there for like 5 minutes and die. Like nobody knows how long he's going to be in it yet. They're just saying he's going to be in it. So just watch the movie. Don't, I mean, I understand the initial gut reaction from some people, but like I'm just going to watch the movie, and then you can watch the movie. And if you like it, you can like it. If you don't, you don't, but I'll probably end up liking it because I'm a sucker for that shit. So
yeah. But it's like you said, he could be in that movie for 30 seconds, but that trailer alone is going to get them 100 million more people coming out to watch it.
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston was heavily advertised for Infinity War, and then he went out like a bitch in the first 5 minutes of that movie.
Yeah.
So it's like, and my friend Lindy was pissed because she loves him and she's looking forward to him, and she was legit pissed when he died at the beginning of that movie. I was like, wow, I was not expecting that.
Yeah. Sorry, Scott, we nerded out there for a second.
No, man, I love the thing, and that's a thing. That's a segment you could do top 10 lists forever, right? There's no shortage of things you could do.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome. How often are you trying to put content out, or how often are you doing it? Do you have a regular schedule for it?
No. I mean, I try to aim for maybe one video a day at least. Sometimes I'll go a couple days without if I'm in a rut where I'm like got a creative block or something. Sometimes I'll just take a day or two break just because it may refresh my mind a little bit. But then there's some times where I'm just shooting out like 3 or 4 videos like for 3 days straight. So it just depends. Just depends on how the planets align. So
how do you approach, whenever you finally get one that really hits and the numbers go up pretty quick, do you try to turn around and follow that up? Like you said, you try to do one every day. Do you try to do a quick follow-up to it? Or if you have one that really hits a little heavier than others, do you give it a couple days to kind of grow?
I try to hit while the iron's hot.
Okay.
Like another one of those videos that I had that kind of blew up. I don't know if you've seen them. I did the bum bitty bitty bum videos from like 8 Crazy Nights.
Yes.
I just randomly started doing those too, and then those blew up. And so I was like coming up with different lists or different ideas to incorporate with those, and those were blowing up. And it got to the point where I was kind of running out of things to kind of, because there's like a format, because you got to do like the reveal of one element and then 2 or 3 more things. And I was kind of having a writer's block on how to make certain things flow, subject matter wise. And it got to the point where the videos that kind of fell down a little bit, and people were like, dude, you're falling off. Quit doing those. This is getting old, dude. Trend's over. You're washed, blah, blah, blah. And I remember, I took like 3 or 4 of those comments, and I actually made a bum bitty bitty bum video with those comments.
Yes.
To think if I could, and then that one kind of did okay, but eventually got to the point where it was, they weren't hitting anymore. So, and I kind of ran out of the ideas for it. So I ended up quit doing those. I do those occasionally once in a blue moon now. So every now and then I'll pull one of those out, but they don't hit like they used to. But that happens. Happens. Go ahead. Sorry.
Do you mind if I play another one? And I saw this earlier, and it's one of your dancing one, but it's Batman Ain't Got No Chance.
Yeah. This is where I
play that.
You go ahead. This is where I kind of like get a little creative with like cap cutting sometimes.
Yeah, it was just cool. I saw that because the thumbnail is the Batman movie, and then if you play it, you can see, and then you break in on it.
Yeah, this is I like this one. This one's funny.
Okay, let's see. All right, see. Let me maybe figure it out from last time here. Okay, I'm gonna share. We want to share a window, I think. Okay, and okay.
Look at all them Tit-Tars.
Oh, I know, right?
No audio.
Some people might go, I don't even want to hear the audio at this point. I don't know what's going on here.
I love that one because you just break into it. And you talk about speed and you're going at it.
I don't know if you see it, but one of the gifts is Haley Joel Osment. You have no idea how many times people will go, wow, the kid from The Sixth Sense really fell off. I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
I didn't notice it until you made the video, and I go, okay, maybe I could see the resemblance or something,
I mean, I guess more people see it than I do. I can understand. I guess because he grew his hair out and he had beard out and he's chubby.
Yeah.
So I kind of play along with those comparisons sometimes, but I'll have people go, "Hey, how's Maxi Golf doing?" I'm like, "What?" And then I watched Happy Gilmore 2 and I got the reference. So I'm like, "Oh, okay," because he was in it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned earlier that you are part of another podcast. You are no stranger to podcasts. You've
Yeah.
got one yourself, right?
Yeah.
Called "And Now It's a Podcast." Is
Yeah.
that like? And now it's a hat. But now
Yeah,
it's
that
a
was the
podcast?
playoff. That was the playoff words for that.
Yeah.
That one I just kind of randomly did because technically the one I did with my friends came first, and then I wanted to kind of do my own thing because the one we do there, we do it for professional wrestling. So if anybody likes that kind of stuff, that's what we talk about. And so that one's called Rated R Wrestling Podcast. So when we were doing that, it was mostly focused on obviously pro wrestling content, but there was a lot of stuff that I wanted to talk about that my buddies didn't necessarily know about. My brother didn't necessarily like. There's some things that he likes that we have in common, that like the Rocky movies and stuff. So I figured if I started my own separate one, then I could, like, if there's anything non-wrestling related, I could talk about that, like geekdom, like fandom stuff, like my take on video games or like Marvel movies. And then my brother could come on there. We could talk about the Rocky movies or, whatever. And so I started doing those. I've only done like 2 episodes of those because trying to do that and then, work, doing my other TikToks and then doing the podcast with the wrestling podcast. We do that usually once a week. So trying to get all that in there can be a little challenging sometimes, but I definitely want to keep going more on my solo one and doing different things and talk about other cool stuff.
Sure. Something that doesn't handcuff you quite as much.
Plus, I wanted to I figured it'd be a good place to talk about things. Like I talk about my history being in a garage band. And then I think the other episode I talked about my experiences being on AGT. So I figured it'd be a good place to just turn the camera on and talk.
And that's what this is for us. This is that other avenue for Nick and I. It's just, and we didn't pigeonhole ourselves. It's completely eclectic. Today it's this, tomorrow it's who knows, we have a what in the fucking fuck segment that we break out every now and then. So if that tells you anything.
Well, I listened to one of your episodes in preparation. I think it was one of the one you guys were going over your potential segments for the show, and that came up, and I remember laughing when hearing about that. Yeah,
yeah, we're dialing that one in a little bit. So
yeah, that one caught our eye whenever we came up with that one.
Yeah,
we were slinging AI ideas like images and things back and forth the other day for hey, we need some merch that says what in the fucking fuck, just a hat or a shirt or something. But this is that avenue because we can do everything we've done. We're going to do one later on too. We're doing challenges for each other too. We're going to do a little bit of that. So we're going to have a bad food pairing later on. We're going to do that. We've got to eat.
Yeah.
Nice.
So just randomness and being eclectic.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes that's the best stuff.
Yeah, we just kind of release that. Yeah, for you for your podcast, you can do anything you want. You get an idea, you just run with it. Cool. So do you have another one kind of coming? I mean, you just kind of.
I'm not necessarily in the immediate future, not within the next maybe few days or something, but here probably about a week or so, I was thinking about doing one. I'm still kind of trying to figure out which one I want to talk about. I wanted to do one which would have probably ended up in a whole rant about the Steve Rogers thing we mentioned earlier, because I could talk about that for a while. So that probably, if it's going to be anything, it might be something in that vein, but nothing too concrete at the moment. Like I said, that one, I'm still trying to figure time to do that one in. So once I get a good syncopated rhythm of when I want to get that in, there'll probably be more of those for sure.
Well, what have you got you can tell us everything, but you got some plans for 2026 coming up, some ideas, some things you want to do? Or just take them as they come?
Mostly that. I'm actually hoping to do more podcasts because I've actually done a few here recently. Like starting my own, which that came about because I was invited on a wrestling podcast in October by a guy who was a big fan of mine on TikTok. He's like, "I'm a big fan of yours. Can you come on there?" And he was like, "You guys," he's like, "I couldn't believe that you wanted to do my show." I'm like, "I'm just a regular guy like you guys." And we did it, and I thought that was really cool. So I told my buddies, and they're like, "Well, let's do our own wrestling podcast." So we did that. And then like I said, I did mine. And then a week or two ago, I had somebody else, I think they're called Pinky in Paradise. They asked me to do a video with them too. So I kind of like going on there and telling my story and people wanting that, curious about, the stupid shit that I do. So that could be a thing. Do more of these this year because I kind of like it. I like talking with new people and stuff. So that's the big one, probably to do more podcasts, maybe.
Nice.
You're absolutely welcome to come on with us anytime.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
sure.
Thank you.
For
Thank you. I
sure.
appreciate it.
And it's something that we love doing because for that same reason, we had you on here to talk about your story and everything, and here we are an hour and 15 minutes in, and we've talked about so many different things. We've talked about your start, your social media following, the AGT thing. Then we nerded out for a few minutes there on some Marvel shit.
Yeah.
You can kind of go anywhere with it.
Right. Yeah, that's what I love about stuff like that.
Yeah, and this one's no holds bar. I tell you, you could light something on fire on this thing. We won't care.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
He's gonna have something ready to go. Next
if we bring him on again, he's literally just going to catch something on fire.
Aaron, why are you in front of a big giant?
Why are you playing the Tit-Tar with flaming tassels on your nipples?
Okay, now you got to figure out a way to do that.
Yeah, I've doomed myself. I put it out in the ether now, so it's going to have to happen now.
Now it's all you're going to think about.
Yeah, the logistics of pulling that off. How am I going to do that?
Yeah.
Look, with AI these days, you could probably do it.
I'm sure you probably could.
Do you have is there a most popular video that you have just based on likes or anything? Is one stands out?
There's a couple of them. They're up in like the 3 to 4 millions. I think probably the most viewed video I have that's like 4 or 5 million views is a video I did a couple years ago where I took my wife's Walmart vest and I put it on and I was like, if you walked into Walmart and you saw me wearing this, what would you do? Or something like that. It was something I was being really provocative. And that one blew up because it was getting a lot of people commenting and duetting, going, turn around and run the fuck out of the store and stuff like do that. Because that I think that one's got the most views, if I'm not mistaken. They're up there. It's like 4 or 5 million. So
did that crack you up? That comment, like comments like that?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Is that the reaction you're kind of going for?
Yeah, I was just like, I want to jar people sometimes, and then just to get those comments, like, because if people were like making nice comments, like kind of flat comments, then it's like, oh, okay, but like people going, hell no, I'd run right out of the store or something like that, or somebody. I remember one person put, I'll go up and motorboat the shit out of you, because it was literally just the Walmart vest and nothing else on. Like I wasn't wearing a shirt under it, so it was literally just that. So those are always funny.
That's that sense of humor I think we love.
Yes.
I mean, if you can't laugh at yourself, who else can you laugh at?
Yeah, but you like in the commentary welcoming that. That's the funny part to me.
I know. Sometimes I'll get comments. Some guys, like some people will comment, "Wow, this is really stupid," and like I'll comment back, "Yeah, this guy totally blows. Who wants to watch this guy? This guy's a hack."
You just started feeding that guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
you've got this is part of your sense of humor too. There's a video on there, and I fucking love it, and I listened to it 3 times today. It's 2 pallet jacks.
Yeah,
it's anybody that knows what a fucking pallet jack is, right? It's 2. Oh God, I wish I could find it real quick. Maybe I can. It's 2. Oh, here it is. Can I play it? It's only like
go ahead.
It's really quick.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's great.
Not only that, it's the fucking audio that goes with it, which is from South Park.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's Mrs. Garrison, I guess, at that point.
Yeah, they're hot scissoring. The best part is I didn't really think about doing that video because I was walking around like the back dock and I literally saw the 2 forklifts like that, and I immediately thought of that clip, and I walked past it. I legit walked past it. I stopped myself and I went back and filmed it, and then I added the audio later. So I'm like, I can't pass up this opportunity to do that.
It's perfect. It can't be 20 seconds long, right? It's pretty short, right?
Yeah, it's pretty short.
Yeah, I'll pull this up. It's fucking, it's hilarious. All right, we're going to share.
Like it was just sitting right there, and I was just like, that's perfect.
That is perfect.
Like it was the planets aligned for that to happen. It was meant to be.
There's no audio there, Scott, if you're looking for audio. There wasn't any audio there if you were looking for audio.
Wasn't?
No.
Why is that stopping? Oh, let me try it again. All right. That's the best part. I could hear it. Let's see. I gotta do window. Okay, are you seeing it?
Not yet.
No.
Okay, let me cancel it.
Scott, you suck at this.
I swear. But I got it last time. What the hell?
You only get one.
I hate it here. All right, you're good.
Okay. All right, let's see. See if we get the audio. Give me a thumbs up if you hear it. Okay, ready?
Oh, yeah, scissor. Yeah, scissor me, Allison.
Janet, you're crazy.
Oh, this is hot scissoring. Oh, scissor me timbers.
Now we know why you're the 3rd best host on both podcasts.
It
Yeah.
cracks me the fuck up.
Yeah. Once you hear the audio with
Alice-
it, you'll get it.
Yeah, it's absolutely. Anyway, well, was I 1 of 3 on those? Maybe 2 of 3? I don't know.
Yeah, we're getting there. You got a good
Yeah,
one.
Anyway.
You don't got to go over the numbers.
Yeah. It's, well, man, I know we should probably wind down. We don't want to keep you forever, but give us your social media accounts again to make sure everybody can find you out there if they haven't found you already.
Yeah, so you can look me up at Stud Muffin Supreme. That's on TikTok. At Stud Muffin Supreme on Instagram. And then you can find me on YouTube, Stud Muffin Supreme. So those are the 3 big ones. The YouTube one, there's not going to be a whole lot on there recent. So you don't want to go there, look, except for like the podcast. That stuff's on there. But the majority of my stuff, you're going to find it on Instagram or TikTok. So,
Nick, anything else for Aaron?
No, I think we had a great conversation. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. We've had a hell of a time. We've had so much fun talking about everything.
well, I like I said, I really appreciate the invite. I appreciate it. Thank you.
One of the things I think that people are drawn to is you've really got great personality. It shows through on the videos. Like it's so good, and you're charismatic, and you got a great presence. And even on the AGT thing, I think people just love you. But that's how I feel about you.
Well,
I think you're doing great.
again, I
Totally
really
agree.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
You're welcome. Well,
absolutely.
thanks for joining us. This is Aaron Hartman, Stud Muffin Supreme.
Yes, sir.
Come
Thank
back
you.
anytime, Aaron.
Will do. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much, Aaron.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Woke up this morning with a beer and a plan. Had a sudden thought I couldn't understand. Called up my friend, said, dude, I got a spark. Let's do a podcast and leave a digital mark. We might get serious, we might get really weird. We'll talk about the things you always wanted but always feared. So hit that subscribe button, buckle up and prepare for chaos and connections that we're happy to share. Yeah, the mic is hot, the clock is running fast. We're diving headfirst into something built to last. We're not experts, no, we're not professors, sorry. But we're pretty sure we got a compelling story. Oh, this seemed like a good idea. That's what we said when we got started right here. Scott and Nick are on the air, so bring your doubts and cheers. We're just 2 guys with microphones and absolutely 0 fears.